I'm sure that most of you are now aware that glitzy purveyors of willful misinformation and censorship, the PPsimmons channel, has been forced to close down. I'm not sure we will ever know the reason why. Not to worry, because the driving force behind the channel, Pastor Carl Gallups, that's right, pastor and not scientist, has resurrected the channel under his own name, most likely with the same PPsimmons team, and re-uploaded many of the PPsimmons videos. This was an opportunity for myself, who had been blocked for the mere effrontery of debunking him, to enter dialogue with Carl directly on his video entitled "Breaking Bill Martinez, Syndicated California," whatever that means, talks about the PPsimmons closure with Carl Gallups. On Tuesday the 1st of May, I left the following comment on that video. Trouble is that any rebuttals to the contents of PPsimmons videos were heavily censored, and indeed most pro-evolutionists were blocked merely for exposing the misinformation in the videos. Anyhow, great news. I got an early response from Carl, which went like this. "That is not trouble at all, sir. That was PPsimmons right, and it was YouTube's option. Just because you did not like it does not make it wrong. You are not the Lord and Master of YouTube, or PPsimmons, or CGM. Just saying, sir." Well, I responded in kind again on the 1st of May, agreeing that it was indeed a valid option to block who you like, but that it was moral cowardice to do so merely on the grounds of somebody debunking your position. I made no screen print, as I assumed that Carl would respond again. However, I got no reply this time, so I tried again, noticing that Carl had since revisited his video, based on other recent responses of his. So he had no excuse not to respond. This time I did take a screen print, and my response, in a similar vein, went like this. Of course YouTube gives the right to block those who offer no argument, but only profanities. I tend to leave up such comments from creationists in order to show the weaknesses of their argument. However, it is immoral and cowardly to censor those who make a valid challenge to your worldview. Surely the most honest way is to respond to a challenge rather than censor, unless of course you have no valid response. Well, I waited, but by Friday the 4th my comment had not been responded to. I went to check to see if it had at least been approved, but for some reason he had taken the video down. Undaunted, I watched another of his videos entitled "Evolution, What the Experts Say, Carl Gallups, YouTube." Rather than bring up the censorship argument, I thought I'd make a reply to an aspect in this particular video. I left the following comment. "My dear Carl, I think you may have omitted that Dr. Albert Fleischmann was an obscure zoologist and probably a creationist, 1862 to 1942. You are not a scientist, and if you're going to refer to a scientist, then please choose a more up-to-date one. And how many times must you people be told, nobody denies abiogenesis was necessary for first life, but not knowing the cause does not disprove what subsequently happened, i.e. speciation via evolution." I don't think anybody will be surprised at all as to what happened when I pressed enter. That's right, the king of willful misinformation and cowardly censorship is dead. Long live the king of willful misinformation and cowardly censorship. Well done, Carl. You've proved beyond all doubt that you just cannot hack it. Go back to preaching the Gospels to the converted and give up science as a bad job.